smarten up. Please welcome Dr. Joey Schulman. She's got some good, clean food for us. You know, I admit it. And I mean, you and I, we're both human, right?
Yes.
We go out there, we have vacations with the husbands and the kids, and it's fun, and you feel like I'm on vacation. There are no calories.
There's no calories on vacation,
They don't count.
right? Yeah.
But they do.
They do count, and I was watching you on vacation, you were watching me on the Instagram, and you know, we all fall off and slip. And patio eating, it's amazing, because when I was watching people patio eat, it was all beige. It was French fries and chicken wings and bread, yellow and brown.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you are doing a patio party at home, there's ways to make it really healthy, really colorful, and I can't say it enough, and summertime's the perfect time.
Yeah.
The more I can get you to eat raw, the better.
Okay.
You will feel the advantage of eating raw foods.
It's also a lot easier to do raw. I mean, you're not cooking anything, really. It's all in the prep, right?
Right, and it's so much easier on these hot, humid days to eat foods like this.
Yeah. So let's start over here with this really refreshing salad.
So I just made a few sort of alterations to our common sort of salads, and you can put watermelon in a salad.
Yeah.
I put shaved Parmesan on top of arugula, and I love arugula. But if you don't like arugula, feel free to use baby spinach.
Yeah.
You can sort of mix up the cheeses here, but this is a terrific salad to serve before a meal because the watermelon's so light and refreshing.
Yeah.
And let's not forget that watermelon contains lycopene, which is a powerful anti-cancer, and it's really good, ladies, for your skin. And who doesn't like that, and offers some sun protection, which is fantastic.
Oh, I didn't know that about watermelon. What's also great about it is, I mean, it's water.
It's water.
You're getting hydrated by eating watermelon, which is great.
Exactly. So don't feel shy to put it in a salad. Okay. You know, you can also make, look how great and colorful that is.
That's beautiful.
Mangoes and cucumbers and red peppers and tomatoes and goat's cheese feta, which I love.
Yeah, I love that you love cheese. Well, that makes me love you more.
That makes it, okay, but I have to say the but now. But the but is normally when we're talking about the weight loss challenge, which we're not talking about right now, we love cheese, but it's not a main ingredient.
Just a little bit of cheese.
Just a little bit, right,
and often the cheeses you use, if you're using fresh Parmesan, you don't need a lot because the flavor is so big, and same with feta as well, right?
And we have cheese.
Yeah.
So we have it on all. These are great. They're little pumpernickel, just little, so people are getting just a small amount of grain. Yeah. Put some bocconcini on top. If you like basil, I love basil, but you don't have to put it on. You do? Okay, great. This one I put pesto on. You can make your own pesto with kale, and I've posted that on cityline.ca. I can repost it because it's a fabulous recipe.
Okay, good to know. And your recipes are always very easy to follow, so those look yummy.
They're
look
really
good for
yummy.
A party if you're having people over.
And thank you for saying that, because I'm not this gourmet chef. My husband is. I know how to do healthy, easy. Yeah. And I think that's why it appeals to a lot of people. It's healthy, easy.
Absolutely. We want fast, but we want it to be good. We want it to taste good and be good for you. So.
And good for the kids, which is great.
Now you've got chips happening here, which makes me very happy.
Very happy again.
I like that. So is there something special about these chips?
There are. These are my favorite summertime chips by Neal Brothers. They're flaxseed chips. So you can see the flax seeds in them. They're blue tortilla, so they are definitely a better baked option for you.
Okay.
So you can serve it with hummus, you can do baba ganoush, whichever your favorite dip is. Serve it with some olives. Why not get some unsaturated fats in there? Fat doesn't make you fat. Fat is good for you. So the more I can get some fat into my guests, the better. So.
Do you suggest, because I think that's a great suggestion because it fills you up, do you suggest always trying to have a little bit of good fat with all of your meals just so that you feel satiated all the time?
Yes, and there's actually a research study that shows if you pop 5 or 6 almonds prior to eating, you will eat less. So have a bit of fat. It's a great suggestion. Sit with it for 5 or 10 minutes. It fills you up, so you will eat less.
Excellent. Good, and I love olives too.
We love olives. The last thing, I mean, guacamole never goes wasted. You put out guacamole, it's gone in 2 minutes. So you can sort of mix up your recipe with guacamole. It can be the standard guacamole, but it's so great to do this for your guests. You can serve it with vegetables. We're just going to score a little, and that's the best way to score your mushy avocados. Just get it out there.
Okay.
And now what I'm going to get you to do, Trace, is while I'm doing this, if you don't mind scooping in 2 to 3 teaspoons of the corn and the black bean mix. Black beans are so high in fiber, and they're so good for digestion. So if you get them in your guests, amazing. One of the producers off the camera said, is corn good for you? Corn is...
That's a good, valid question because we hear that there's too much corn in the North American diet, so...
There is too much corn, so there's going to be a little bit in here just to mix up the recipe. Corn is a neutral food. It's not fabulous for you. It's not going to hurt you. I agree, there is a little too much in the diet. Can I get you to put some red peppers in there, which would be great, and I'm going to squeeze some lime over you. And then the guacamole's ready. Now you all know the trick, or hopefully you know the trick, that if you keep the pit in the guacamole, it keeps the guacamole from going brown.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. So
now I know the trick.
Now you know the trick.
Excellent.
Keep the pit in. Keep the pit in the guacamole. Keeps the guacamole from going brown.
Okay.
You have some nice color in there. You have some great antioxidants in the red peppers and in the beans. And I love cilantro. You can ask your guests if they like. Do you like cilantro?
I do.
You do? Okay.
Well, I'm on the fence.
Okay, you're on
Just
the
go
fence.
ahead and put it in. I've gone from I can't stand it to hey, I can have a little bit of that.
That's a strong feeling about cilantro.
I know. I have strong feelings about foods. It's weird. I'm weird that way. What's this stuff?
Sea salt and a little bit of garlic powder. You can just drop that in, just a few pinches, and then we're done.
We're done. Look at that. The easiest way to make guacamole. Even if people are ringing your doorbell, if you have some ripe avocado, you can make it right then and there.
We just did that in 2 minutes.
On the spot.
There you go.
Very good recipes, and all of those extra little recipes you mentioned, cityline.ca on the website,
Just come to the website. We have more than that we're going to post, and we have summertime eating fun on the website.
Very good. That's great. I'm happy you had such a great time with your family. Your pictures are awesome. Check out her Instagram. What's your Instagram
DrJoey Shulman.
DrJoey Shulman. And now, what if you're at home with the kids and they might be eating the healthy food, but they will not get off that couch? Please welcome Doctor. You can also find these great recipes here that we're about to talk about. So we want to talk about some great summer mocktails.
Yes.
So nice to keep cool in the hot weather, and you can do it and look all fancy and be somewhat healthy at the same time.
Exactly, and perfect for the beautiful pregnant women we had on the show today. Yes. They can do these mocktails as well, so it's perfect timing. So the first thing I want to talk about is kombucha. Okay. Kombucha is a fermented tea. For me, I went off coffee 2 months ago, and that was my biggest thing.
That's huge.
It was huge, Tracy. And kombucha saved my life. Kombucha it's an anti-fatigue, it helps with digestion, it's a fermented tea, so it's really good for your tummy. And it tastes delicious, and it gives you a little boost throughout the day. So when I was going through my oh my gosh, I need coffee, kombucha is the way to go.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's delicious. It tastes a little fermented, but it's delicious.
Okay.
Another recipe we have on the website is just non-alcoholic sangria. Now, yes, any of the recipes you see on the website, if you choose to add alcohol to them, you can, but if you want to leave them a mocktail version, you can do that as well.
For sure.
All I've done is taken organic grape juice, a little sparkling water, and you can put in your favorite fruit. Normally with sangria, I'll squeeze in a little lime zest or a little lemon zest so you get a little bit more of a burst when my guests are having it. Yeah. But the other thing that I do is I like making these fancy ice cubes for some reason, because you can make them with blueberries, you can make them, I just have some mint and some lemon in there, and it's just nice for your guests to add to their drinks. It looks a little prettier too, and it gives a little shot of lemon, which is so cleansing.
And really easy to make. So you just take your ice cube tray and you put in the little, are you putting the lemon rind in there?
I'm putting the lemon rind, but I'm also putting some fresh lemon juice on top before I freeze it. And so you do, and I'm actually, it's on the website, I'm pulverizing the mint a little bit, so when you do have the water or the drink, you get a little burst of it.
Very
and
nice.
it's nice. It's really yummy to have in your drink.
Yeah, they look so cute.
I also think it's really nice to always have coconut water out for your guests. You can mix these with the ice cubes as well, or just some sparkling water. Yeah. And I was at a party the other day, and I thought this was the cutest idea. Somebody gave out one of these to all the guests, and then they had an assortment of herbal teas. Yeah. And so you could pick your herbal tea, and so you would walk around with this all evening. I mean, people were having alcoholic beverages as well. Yeah. So you stayed well hydrated, and then that was your partying gift you went home with.
That's smart.
It was cute,
That's a good little party. Like, what was it, a 17-hour party? Why do you need that kind of hydration? What was going on?
Because I want you to drink it. Well, this is daytime. No, because I want you to be hydrated.
I think that's a nice parting gift, though, because that is the sort of thing that you're actually going to use. You use it at the party, and you're going to use it afterwards. It's a smart idea.
Right, so you went home with your favorite tea, and there can be white tea, which is the highest antioxidant tea out there.
White tea.
White tea.
Okay.
And I love this Bengal spice tea. Celestial Seasoning makes this one because it's a nice way to get over cravings, and you can drink it in cold water. It's great.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Now, last but not least, we're going to make a little mocktail here with watermelon. Once again, we've talked about why watermelon is so important for you. It also tastes good.
It tastes great. It's great for a mocktail. I'm just going to dump a little bit of coconut sugar in. Coconut sugar is low glycemic index of 35, which in English means it's really good for you. It doesn't bounce your blood sugars. Let's just squeeze some lime in there. I've squeezed some lime in there before. And all you do with watermelon, you don't have to add anything because it's so water-dense. And it's great because it's pretty.
Yeah. You know, a pretty glass goes a long way as well, and I think a lot of this is in the presentation. So as long as you have your nice little martini glasses, you don't necessarily need the martini.
Yes, and our blender is not being friends with us right now. But on the website, you will see the prettiest pink martini. Never happens on TV, right? Yeah. The prettiest martini, and it's nice and pink and liquidy. And again, it's rich in the lycopene, which is fabulous. So all the recipes are online, and we can have a fun party with mocktails.
You really absolutely can, especially if you got one of these going on.
So
I
cute.
love that.
So cute.
Now, we also have another way to help you say goodbye to your cravings. So everyone is going to be taking home DrJoey's Skinny Chews. They are delicious. I love them. High fiber and low calorie chews that end hunger and the need for sweets. Enjoy them and let us know what you feel about it. Tweet her, right?
Yes,
let her know if you love them. Let's go to break. More coming up. Tweet away. Klondike have launched their new candy bars, combining traditional Klondike bars with a candy bar. So everyone's going to take home a supply of Klondike ice cream products. That's awesome! Speaking of ice cream, we thought we would talk a little bit about big weaknesses. And you know what? This could be food related. This can be personal related. It can be both. So let's start with you, Eva. What are your biggest weaknesses, or what is your biggest weakness if it's only one?
I have a lot of weaknesses, but I think I'll look at first one. Food has to be chocolate and peanut butter combined. Clothing is blazers. I have about, I don't know, 50 of them. Oh God, my husband's gonna watch this. He's gonna start counting them at home. But blazers,
You've got good ones, though.
I love my blazers. And you know what? Personal has to be the fact that I'm very easygoing and nothing seems like a big deal.
Yeah.
So I take everything on and then I realize it's a lot of work and a lot of stress for me.
Okay, so in the beginning it's like, yeah, no problem,
I
and then
can do
you're
it.
like, oh my God, why did I agree to do 36 billion cupcakes
For the school, whatever it is, or
and
like, you know, just
this for the church, this for that? Okay.
let my husband go to Brazil and let him go do there and be home with the kids for 3 weeks out of the year by myself.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, Joey, how about you?
I gave up my personal biggest weakness. I gave up coffee, so that was a little bit sad for me, but I did it with kombucha. Jeans. It took me 5 years to get pregnant with Faith, and every month I didn't get pregnant, I bought myself a pair of jeans.
Oh my
A lot of jeans.
Oh, that's nice.
And a lot of jeans.
Shock therapy.
Shock therapy.
Yeah.
And if my son cries, because my son's not a crier, and he's very easygoing, Faith cries a lot to the point where she'll say, Mama, I'm crying. So I know, I see you. But if Jonah cries, my son cries, it'll take me down. It takes me down.
Oh, because he's so strong and he doesn't go there.
He doesn't ever goes there. So if he cries, we got a problem.
The world's over.
World's over.
Okay.
For me at least.
Very interesting. All right, Karen, how about you?
Okay, so food would be brie cheese. I eat a lot of it.
yum.
And I'm really thinking I need to cut back. I really, actually, Brent's like, do you know how much we spend on brie cheese? Because he's the one that does grocery shopping. I'm like, I don't know, but it is, oh my goodness, I eat so much of it.
Yeah.
So that for me is my week, because I don't have a sweet tooth, I have a salt tooth.
Yeah,
And
your
a cheese
favorite.
tooth. I don't know, is there such thing as a cheese tooth?
For sure.
Yeah. Is there? Okay, I've got the cheese tooth.
yeah, got a cheese
All right,
tooth.
so, okay, good.
That
I don't
sounds
feel so
gross.
alone.
I'm a cheese tooth.
I'm feeling much better. Okay, so that would be, and then the other thing that I have is, and I remember this when my babies were small, is I have a really hard time relaxing if my house isn't fully in order. And I remember when the boys would be kind of screaming, and I would just want to kind of get everything in time. And I just remember my mom saying, leave it.
Yeah.
Just leave it and focus on your babies.
Yeah.
And so that's something I have to really work on.
Do you really? Because I understand that weakness. And I'm not sure if that's such a weakness.
Well, you know what? I think it's good to do both, but at the end of the day, you have to kind of pick your priority, right? So, I mean, I think I don't like the idea that you leave it, it becomes a big mess. But I do think it's really good just to focus on your kids.
To live in the moment for a bit.
To live in the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone want to guess my food weakness? You got that right. Okay, so chocolate's a problem. In terms of personal, I would say still a little too sensitive. I was a sensitive child. I was a crier, like your daughter and my daughter. And so I'm still a crier. But I've got a thicker skin now. And definitely it's not an industry you want to be in with a thin skin, let me tell you that right now. So that's something I'm working on too. Let's go to break. More coming on. Join in on Twitter.